Hey everybody, it's Brian here with 52. That's one video each week for 52 weeks. This is week number 4. We're going to talk about exercise. Because it's still January and people are thinking about exercise or trying it or maybe quitting the plans that they were starting already. And I wanted to make an encouraging video to spur you on. Keep at it, right? And I know there's so much information online and lots of it can be intimidating. Some of it's good, some of it's bad. Some people are experts, some people think they're experts and they're not experts. I'm not an expert. I'm 43 years old. I've been working out with weights for 15 years. My body weight pretty much has stayed the same. My level of fitness has stayed the same. I realize genetics plays a role in that. So does what I eat play a role in that. But I wanted to make an encouraging video for people like me that are just really busy with life and sometimes have a hard time being motivated to exercise and work out. If you are already motivated and you work out and it's part of your life and maybe you're training for something, way to go, by the way, but you're probably beyond this video. I'm going to try and break a personal record at the end of this video. You might find that interesting, but other than that, I think you're beyond that. If you are on this end where you enjoy physical activity, but it's not very intense, you just, I don't know, maybe you do curling once a week or go for walks with friends or have co-ed sports night. That's also great, fabulous. But this video is beyond that a little bit. This video is for people that understand working our muscles and our bones and our heart in an intense way is important, but we have a hard time fitting it in. That's what this video is all about. So one of the things that I did was stop using the words workout and exercise, especially in general ways. I gotta work out tonight. I gotta exercise. When I get home from work, I gotta make sure I work out before I go to bed. Or when I wake up early, I gotta hit the gym. I gotta go for a run. Those are all really general words, general ways of speaking about it, and it was unmotivating. And it sounded like a chore to me. Oh, I gotta work out. I gotta do the dishes. I gotta clean the toilets. It sounded like something I didn't want to do. So instead, I got very specific with what exactly I needed to do and how long it would take me to do it. And that was incredibly motivating because it wasn't, otherwise it felt like I gotta go work out. It felt like I was wandering around in workout land for an hour, not really heading anywhere. So instead, I would tell myself very specifics, like I need to walk down the stairs. Okay, for us, we work out in our basement. For 2 people to go to the gym, it was cheaper to buy some equipment, so that's what we did. You don't have to. You don't even have to use equipment. You can use your own body weight or things around the house or go to a facility. That's great. But for me, very specific. I need to walk down the stairs, put this much weight on this and push this equipment up and then do, and I had a list of exercises that I needed to do and a time frame that it was gonna take me, and it sort of stopped being intimidating. I knew it was only gonna take me about a half an hour to work out and then I was done. So that I would do, even with running, instead of saying I gotta go for a run. For me, I had a very specific goal. I'm gonna move my body, because sometimes I run or walk or jog. I gotta move my body from this location, my house, down to the river, for example, and touch the river and come back. I would make it kind of a fun goal, like just go touch the river and come back. And I could use Google Maps to figure out how far it was, or go to the end of the neighborhood. I know there's a playground way over there. I'll run over there, touch it, and come back. It was something I could achieve, and I could measure it, and so that worked for me. Okay. So stop using general words and get into very specifics. I think that's step number 1. Number 2, very important, is to make sure you can prove your progress and beat your records. It's almost like, it felt like learning to ride a bike. You couldn't do it and then suddenly you can do it. And it was very motivating to be able to prove for sure to yourself that you are getting better. Okay, and I'm not talking about the weigh scale. Do not use the weigh scale if you can. Lots of times you weigh yourself and sometimes you're losing fat and gaining muscle, and so that makes it, the weigh scale off. Drinking water and retaining water and time of the day that you, all those things, just weigh yourself once a month if you need to, but that's not how you measure your progress. You measure your progress by choosing your exercises, writing them down or using an app, whatever, and making sure you do those same exercises the next time you work out, so that you know you're getting better. So either increase the number of times you do it or add weight to it, but you gotta make sure you're getting better. So the easiest way to start is to break your body into 3 parts: legs, front, and back. That's it. 1, 2, 3, legs, front, and back. And so the only 3 exercises you need to start with are squats for the legs, deadlifts for the back, and bench press or push-ups for the front. So you could just start with 3 exercises. And if you do those exercises over and over, recording and adding, getting more intense, either with the number of reps or the weight, you know that you're getting better. And it's not just with weight. I did it with stretching. I knew I needed to stretch. I wasn't good at stretching. I started thinking, I'm gonna do some yoga. Look online, all kinds of yoga videos. I didn't know what to do, couldn't do half the poses. So I found the shortest yoga video I could find, and I could do, at least attempt most of the poses. I was terrible at them. But I went with a short one so that as I'm going through that, I could pause it and then hold my stretch a little longer, because she was doing it in 10 minutes. I would pause it. So if I wanted to stretch for 10 minutes, no problem. 15, no problem. 20, no problem, just pause it. But I repeated that exact same video over and over until I could get better. I remember learning it with a specific stretch. I'll put the link to the yoga video down below. And here's a picture of her doing it. She's got her head touching her shin. But it was very motivating for me. I got my back leg, she's got the back leg at the 90, the front leg out, and I remember when I first started, I would barely bend over and she's got her head at her shin. And I'm like, what? I can't even do this, it hurt everywhere. But I would play the video over again, and eventually, you know, I'm pretty far. I can touch if I really wanted to, but I can just prove to myself I am getting better by being fairly scientific about how I'm working out, okay? That's number 2. Number 3, and I know people that are already into workouts are probably going to disagree with this, but I do this right now, okay? I work out my entire body every time I exercise. I try to exercise like 3 times a week. Usually, and sometimes I don't. Usually it's 2 or at least 1, but that's the point. If I only get 1 workout in or 2, I have worked out my whole body. Otherwise, sometimes if I skipped a workout, I was way far behind, like I haven't worked my legs out for like 3 weeks. But if I do a full body workout and I know I've missed something, maybe I worked out last week, well, at least I worked out my whole body. So I think that's really important for me, to make sure I'm trying to break down all of my muscles in one entire workout. So that's my advice for you. Hope it helps, hope it's motivating, hope you stick with it. And now I'm gonna try and break a record of my own. So I'm gonna use my little mental strategy. I'm gonna strap 45 pounds to my body, do pull-ups. The most I've ever done is 8, so I'm gonna try and beat that record. And you know, when I first started, I think I did 2 or 3, and I started to feel that I was failing after that. But I just kept at it, and I can just do more and more now. That's kind of how it works. So I'll fast forward this part because it's a little bit boring.
It's always fun, it's fun. Come on. I want to put it go.
Well, 8.5. Not quite, but not bad. Maybe next week. And I hope to see you guys next week.